Take a walk down by the sea, picking up colored shells in the sand.
See Marsh Harbour. I was just anchored out in the south part. Today I'm just, I got an hour to get to Tulum Cay, and I'm just going to anchor there for the night, and then tomorrow head south. Here's the navionics track I created when I left the south side of Marsh Harbour. And then I went down to Tulum Cay, and then I changed my mind. I didn't want to anchor there. I wanted to get closer to the channel or the cut that I was going to use the next day to get down to Eleuthra. At Tulum Cay, just south of it, is spectacular. Getting some protection from the rocks and whatnot from the north wind. And tomorrow it's supposed to come from the east or the northeast, so I'm still in a good spot. But I'm heading out tomorrow, hopefully, heading south. After I dropped anchor at Tulum Cay, I had a chance to look at the maps and the weather again, and I decided to head south. There were two other anchorages that were options, and were closer to some of the cuts or channels to get down to Eleuthra. So I changed anchorages about 2 hours ago. I'm just south of the north cut to head down to Eleuthra. The reason I did that is because it was, you know, you save yourself some time getting close to the cut. And anyways, I did try to sneak down in behind this lighthouse, and the holding was terrible. I couldn't find a patch of sand. It was kind of coral bottom, and the anchor wouldn't hold. And it was really wavy where I tried it. It wasn't what I expected. So you always have to have a backup place to anchor, so this was my backup, and it seems to be holding pretty well. There's a couple of other boats. The boat behind me here, he's from Canada, and his wife. I went over and talked to them, and they're heading out to cut in the morning, so I'll follow them out. He said he's towing his dinghy, so I will tow my dinghy as well, because it's a real pain to have to haul on your dinghy. I did take the engine off and empty it in case it flips. Hopefully that doesn't happen. And yeah, tomorrow I'm going out on just before high tide, so there's going to be a east or northeast wind, 10 or 15 knots, and the current will be coming in, so that's the optimal time. So if I can make that cut before 9 a.m., the current will still be coming in, and you don't want to have opposing wind and current. So yeah, current and wind will be coming in the cut, and of course you're still going to be, you know, 3 or 4 foot swells, but that's to be expected. You're sailing on the ocean. Well, I'm just heading out to the North Bar Channel now, probably about 20 minutes away. There's another boat just in front of me, so I'll follow him out. This is my navionics track when I left Lanyards Cay and then went out the cut and then down to Eleuthra. Ultimately, I ended up at Royal Island Harbour. Set sail again. I'm heading south, and I'm gonna head for Egg Island. Should get there at about 4 p.m. Not really going that fast. I got another boat in front of me who's not really that fast either. So if I'm doing between 6 and 7 knots, that's plenty fast enough. We're good. swell seems to have calmed down a bit. It's a little more comfortable right now. Earlier when I was along the coast of Abacos, the swell was pretty rough, and the wind was changing a bit, so I'd have to point a little bit higher because I didn't really want to accidental jibe. You know, the sails were flogging, so yeah, I'm not going to the exact angle I want to go to, but just to be on the safe side, you know, you point a little bit higher. You don't want to be sailing dead downwind, that's dangerous. And the other thing I noticed was the boat is actually moving far faster than the buddy boat that I was following. I ended up passing them hours ago. They have about a 40-foot sailboat, and all their sails are up, and I'm like miles and miles in front of them. Yeah, so quite impressive. The speed of this boat. I guess the water line is longer, and I don't know. It's just faster. Took the fishing rod out about 2 hours ago, and I've been trolling with this huge red and white plug, and not one hit. So I think I got 70-pound test line and just this red and white plug. Apparently those are good for the Caribbean. You can get tuna or wahoo, various kinds of saltwater fish. Anyways, if I do catch a big one, that could be a problem. I don't really want to have to slow the boat down, so we'll see. It could be a monster if I did catch one, and then I'd have a hard time getting it under the boat. Because really, you should stop the boat and then reel it in. I got some really good sailing in today. I'm about an hour and a half away from Eleuthra, so I'm gonna round Egg Island first and see if there's any anchorages around there. I know there is one, however the swell might be too rough there, so I'll just go and take a look. If not, the backup plan is to go to, I think it's called Royal Harbour. It's just I think it's another hour east of that. I ended up anchoring at Royal Island Harbour. It's a wonderful anchorage. I would say stay to the east, which is where you can see where my anchor spot is. And I didn't drag. We had up to 30 knots of wind, and I had lots of scope out, never dragged. There was a couple of other boats that did drag, but I think they had either a light anchor or might not have had enough rode out. So you just have to make sure that you got the right gear to anchor. And it was not really much to do around there, to be honest with you. There's an abandoned resort there, but no trespassing signs posted, so you couldn't go there. And there's some construction happening, but kind of on the western side, but probably shouldn't go there either. So not much to do around there, as long as you got all your supplies. And honestly, there was so many other boats. I think there was 6 or 7 other boats, a lot of them Canadians. And I got to mingle with the other boaters, and I was invited over for dinner twice and drinks, and it was fun. It was, I think I might have been there about 5 days. So yeah, I really enjoyed that anchorage.
Take a walk down by the sea, picking up colored shells in the sand.